Most of our Bible colleges and seminaries focus on the social sciences when it comes to teaching about culture. Things like anthropology, sociology, linguistics, and so forth are the basis of the intercultural studies program. And then they would sprinkle in some illustrations from Scripture to kind of back up what they're teaching. I decided to do just the reverse of all that, and starting with Scripture. Scripture became the basis for teaching culture through this book. This is a theology of culture from Genesis to Revelation, from Eden, the Garden of Eden, to eternity, of what Scripture teaches us about cross-cultural encounters. Take Abraham and the Hittites when he went to buy the burial plot for Sarah. He was at a disadvantage in buying that plot because he owned no land, but we find that he was able to negotiate successfully that because he had what I call in the book cross-cultural collateral. Through the years, he had built up a trust factor with those people so that they were willing to negotiate that proper with them. In the New Testament, we see others. We see Paul when he was in Athens and speaking on Mars Hill, or take even Jesus meeting with the woman at the well in Samaria. And his dealing with her in a cross-cultural way shows the two worldviews that were very much in conflict. Her and her Samaritan worldview, his and his Jewish worldview, and how they could not ever bring those two cultures together except in agreement with who the Messiah happened to be. And so from Genesis through Revelation, there are just story after story. And actually, some of our most favorite stories in Scripture, if you stop and think about them, are cross-cultural encounters. And that's why I wrote this book, was so that we would see that the Scriptures have a lot to tell us about cross-cultural encounters and about culture itself. And so we need to take the Bible and look at it as an instruction book on cultures. And then by supplementing that with the social sciences, I believe we get a better understanding of culture and the way that we should be crossing cultures.